Now it's time to import audio into our session. I'm going to go up to the File menu, scroll down to Import, and choose Audio. The hotkey on a Mac is Shift-Command-I. On a PC, it's Shift-Control-I. And that's a command you probably want to commit to memory because we do a lot of this in Pro Tools, importing audio. So from there, I go to the Import Audio page. I've navigated to where my file lives. And notice that this is all empty right now. As soon as I click on a particular file, this lights up with a lot of information, the metadata that's built into the file. I know that it's an AIF. It's about 23 seconds long. It's about 4 megabytes big. It's a 1644 stereo file. I know that I made a session at 48K, and I know that this file is at 44.1. Over here, Pro Tools is telling me it can be added directly to the current session, but it will play back at the wrong speed, and that's because of sample rate mismatch in this file. So let's come back to that in a second. I'm going to skip over these buttons for now and down to the bottom to show you that you can audition a file to see if it's worthy of making it to your session. Let me start play. There's the volume control. I can see that the meters are lighting up. Something's going to happen here, and then a big chime is going to happen here. So that's helpful if you know that you're looking for a thunderclap. You don't have to sit through all the rain that happens before the thunderclap. You can scroll right up to it, hear it, and then play it. Once you've decided that a file is worthy of making it to your session, we have to solve that sample rate issue we talked about a minute ago. I can add it to my session. I don't recommend this. All the files for a given session should live in the audio files folder of that session. And that means I should either convert or copy. So depending on whether it needs to do sample rate conversion, this button will say copy or convert. It does need to do it in this case, and so it's a convert button. So I'm going to move it from this side to that side. Pro Tools says I'm actually going to operate on it now. You're not just looking at it anymore. I'm actually going to do something about this. What it's going to do is to apply sample rate conversion from its original sample rate to our session sample rate. And the people with a sense of humor at Pro Tools have given us 5 speeds, 5 levels of quality. I always choose the tweak head, which is actually better than best. The thought being that these speeds are kind of a legacy when there actually was a measurable difference between the slowest and the fastest speed. These days, even the slowest speed is pretty fast. From there, I say done. Pro Tools opens the audio files folder for the session that I created. I didn't create the audio files folder. Pro Tools did that. Pro Tools created that folder because that's where it wants to store the audio for the session. And that's where you should let it store the audio for this session. Let's choose that folder. We'll hit open, and Pro Tools gives us choices about where to place the file in the session. I could choose to put it in the clip list without building a new track for it. I'm going to actually let Pro Tools make a new track for it at the session start, and now it's in our session. So we found our audio, we examined it, we converted it, we chose a place to save it, and now it's here. Once you learn your way around Pro Tools, that process will be as simple as navigating, hitting convert, done, open, okay, and later on, that's how we'll do it. But I wanted to walk you through each step the first time we did it. So the spacebar is how we play audio, and that's interesting. I see audio here. I see that it's scrolling, and I see that there's audio, but I don't hear it. And that tells me that I need to fix the output of this track, and I'll do that in the next movie.